Hello and welcome to the Elevate podcast. I'm your host, Patricia Nowakowski. I am a salon owner, educator, mindset, and leadership coach that helps salon owners go from overwhelmed and burnt out to motivated and empowered. It is my mission to help you systemize your business, generate more profit, and create a career that you are absolutely in love with. Join us every week to learn about the small shifts you can make to elevate your business regarding mindset, marketing, social media, business systems, and so much more. Welcome to this week's episode of the Elevate podcast. On today's episode, we are going to be chatting about sliding scales. Now, I know this is a topic that is pretty common inside of our industry. Why I decided to go ahead and record this podcast today and jump on this topic was I decided to listen to a podcast. I have no idea why. It was recommended to me by Apple Podcasts, which Apple, your algorithm is off. You're doing it wrong. But anyways, I decided to listen to this podcast on sliding scales. What prompted me to make today's podcast was the fact that it infuriates me that people are using very harsh words, abusive words, to make people feel a certain way, that they're wrong or that they are not good people if they do certain things in their business. If you've been feeling overwhelmed and overworked from owning your salon, you're not alone. If you're like many salon owners, you wanted to build a salon that makes you feel fulfilled, passionate, and something that brings you freedom and flexibility into your life. But you ended up being exhausted from taking on all your business tasks alone. It doesn't have to be this way. It's time for change. The Elevated Salon Owner Collective will help you do just that. You'll automate your salon, implement solid business systems, transform your salon culture, and take charge of your online presence to regain freedom back into your business. I'd love for you to experience the freedom and fulfillment that you've desired when you decided to create your business. To learn more, visit opulentbeautypro.com/elevate or click the link in the show notes. Saying that a sliding scale is dehumanizing and that you are a bad business owner if you have a sliding scale, and that stylists should run away from salons that use sliding scales and commission as an incentive is just wrong to me. I think that as a salon owner, you need to do what's best for your business. You need to sit down with your accountant. You need to run your numbers. You need to look at your overhead, the cost of your expenses, and you need to figure out a system that works for you. You need to figure out a pricing system that works for you, a commission rate that works for you, a pay scale that works for you, based on the facts of your business, not based on anything else. And to really put down salon owners for the choices that work for them inside of their business just kind of rubbed me the wrong way and gave me the urge to record today's episode. I have to say that I've done a lot of reflecting over the last, I've been like 7 or 8 months. A lot of healing, a lot of business restructuring, and a lot of deprogramming of myself. So let's talk about how sliding scales are supposed to work and the function they have in a salon business and why they're important, okay? In most salons, the more revenue you bring in, the more commission you bring home. So most sliding scales are based off revenue produced inside of the business. So how this works and how this protects the business and creates profit is your lower price point stylists get a lower commission and the higher price point stylists get higher commission. This is to ensure that all business costs are covered and that every single service you provide in your business is creating and producing a profit. This has nothing to do with being equal, creating salon socialism, because that's exactly what this is doing, giving everyone the same thing no matter how hard they work, who works hard and who doesn't work hard. That is how sliding scales work. So I personally think that, one, it's necessary to create business profit, and two, that yes, people who work hard in your business should reap better rewards. People who earn more revenue and who work hard and do the work and promote themselves and generate more revenue for your business should get a higher commission because they're working hard, because they've done the work, because they've experienced the growth. You need every single one of your team members to support the financial health of the business. What I see with having one commission rate is that your lower price stylists who are using the same amount of products, probably even more, because younger stylists, no offense to anyone who's a newer stylist, tend to overuse products, tend to overmix because they haven't gotten it down yet. It's not a bad thing. It's just part of the process. When you have your lower price point stylists who are using more product and charging less, the cost of business is the same. So to create a profit margin, sometimes you have to give a lower commission rate. What I see when there's one commission rate across the board is that salon owners have a few stylists who are seasoned, who have a full book, who are charging the higher rates, supporting the profit margin of the entire business, because the lower stylist price point doesn't create a profit margin or profit for the business. And what ends up happening is when those higher price point stylists leave with the larger profit margin, it puts the business in jeopardy. And it creates a big problem for the profit created inside of the business to create a sustainable business that can stay open. If your lower price point stylists are not creating a profit for your business, you do not have a sustainable business. So why sliding scales work is giving those stylists a lower commission creates the ability to still have a profit inside of your business. Now let's talk about the life cycle of a hairstylist. And without a sliding scale, it is very hard and you're limited to see your ROI, which is your return on investment. So having a profit margin, because let's be honest, most stylists come to a commission salon to build their business, it creates a sustainable business. It puts your salon at risk if your top priced stylists are making all of your profit and they leave. So having a sliding scale creates a sustainable business and it creates a profit margin on all services, no matter what price point, right? So we have to gauge and we have to create our commission rate based on the ability to make a profit. You know, there's this big talk of your business is full of artists. We should have, bring the art back into doing hair. Can you imagine having a salon just full of artists and nobody full of business savvy or knowing how to sell or knowing any sort of business at all? Like, that is taking the responsibility out of business, and that is not something that I want in my business. Yes, I want my team to be creative, but I also want my team to have some business sense. So no matter what, your stylists are going to get caught on a number. They just are. So when you have a sliding scale, it allows them to understand that when they put in the work, when they reach certain goals or they hit certain numbers, they reap more benefits. It is scientifically proven that people will work harder to achieve goals when people have the opportunity to win and there is incentive to win. They will try to work to get the incentive. So having that higher price point creates a growth plan. It creates an incentive, and it also gives your team the opportunity to grow. I'm not kidding. No matter what you do, no matter how you talk to your stylist about raising their prices, I mean, I've done the math. By doing a price increase, you make way more money than increasing your commission rate. They get stuck on a number. They get stuck on the commission number. So instead of someone coming to you when you have a fixed commission rate and, them wanting more commission, let's just say you're at 46, 47, or 48% commission, and someone's like, hey, I'm bringing in all this money, I would like 2% more commission. When you're at a fixed rate, then you have to say no. And when you say no to somebody who's a high producer in your business, they don't understand. They don't get it. They're like, I'm working hard. Why aren't I making more? Why aren't I given the opportunity to make more? When you have a sliding scale, it gives your stylist the opportunity to make more. So what does that conversation look like then when you have a sliding scale? Hey, I would like to make more commission. Okay, no problem. I see that you're generating $1,500 every week. Now, to hit our next commission rate, you have to bring in $2,000 and that'll give you 2% more commission. Let's work on that together so you can hit that goal, so we can get you at that commission percentage that you want to reach. It gives them a pathway to create more results and more success. When you tell somebody no, then they just hit a wall. There's no room for growth then in your business. So it provides the opportunity to grow. And I hate to say this, but the people who are generating more revenue for your business, your high earners, they are going to want more commission. And doing a sliding scale allows for the high performers and the revenue producers the opportunity to make the money that they want. So I just want to say that, again, you should be talking to your accountant, but it is something that I highly recommend implementing in your business. Now, I'm not even going to talk about how it just makes sense because math, and you want to create profit margins in your business, and every single service and every single hourly rate, however you charge, should be generating a profit for your business. And 1%, 2%, 3%, 4%, 5%, 6% makes a big difference in either breaking even, losing money, or generating profit. So you have to do the math. Math makes sense, right? And then giving the stylist the opportunity to earn more by doing the work and actually earning it, that creates fulfillment in your business. It creates the opportunity for growth, and it challenges your team. I hear all the time that there was just no more room for growth. I didn't feel that there was any opportunity left for me. So it provides a growth plan and creates a way to find and earn in your business. But let's not talk about how work performance metrics play a huge role in the growth of your team, and how it has been scientifically proven that having performance metrics can create results for your business. So again, it's going to allow you to create goal setting and alignment. It's going to allow you to track performance and create measurable goals. And it creates motivation and productivity. Don't let somebody tell you that you're wrong or doing something wrong or that you're a bad person because of the decisions you've made in your business. When we talk about creating a pay scale and a commission rate, that has nothing to do with the type of person you are. Hopefully, you always will make the right decision for your team. What that has to do with is having a really clear, savvy business mindset. And when you can understand that and understand how to create a thriving, sustainable business based off of your numbers, not off of an opinion, then you will begin to thrive in your business. Again, don't let anyone make you feel a certain way or put you down because of the decisions you make in your business. Your business should be authentic to you, and it should work for you. I hope today's episode was beneficial. I hope that you heard me loud and clear. There is nothing wrong with a sliding scale. Sliding scales are great. Sliding scales drive performance. Sliding scales drive results, create profit. And that's why we're in business, to create thriving business, to create thriving stylists, to create stylists who want to win, not to create entitlement and not to create a business because it just sounds good. All right. Thank you for listening to today's episode. If you loved today's episode and want to connect with me on Instagram, please do. Share this episode, tag me, send me a DM, Patricia_Nowakowski_OBS. Go ahead and give me a follow. Please share this episode with your favorite salon owner. And if you loved today's episode, please be sure to subscribe and leave a review. Ratings for the podcast keep this podcast going. And when you send me messages about how the topics really resonate with you, it keeps me going. I love getting any feedback. I love when anyone shares any of the results that they get or any aha moments they get from listening to my episodes. All right, toodles. Thanks for tuning in to the Elevate podcast. If you loved this episode, it would mean the world to me if you would leave a review on Apple Podcast or wherever you listen. The Elevate podcast is hosted by me, Patricia Nowakowski, and is produced by Opulent Beauty Pro. To receive my free business guides, visit opulentbeautypro.com/free or click the link in the show notes. You can find me on Instagram at Opulent Beauty Pro or at Patricia_Nowakowski_OBS. If you love this show, please consider subscribing and we will see you next week.